backwards.
Well, what a contrast as the two managers shake hands at the end. Fabian Hürzeler's side on the rise. A brilliant performance by Brighton. It's a 6th win in their last 8 Premier League games. It takes them above Chelsea into the top 6, and so much to admire about it. They could have scored even before the 3rd minute when Ferdi Kadioglu gave them the lead. They had to wait until the second half for the second. Hinchelwood with his 2nd Premier League goal of the season, and then off the bench came Danny Welbeck to make it 3. But for Chelsea, an historically bad run. 5 Premier League games, 5 top division games, without a clean sheet, without a goal. And they went down with barely a whimper here at Brighton tonight. Their season continues to unravel. They've got a semi-final up and coming at the weekend, but on this sort of form you fear for them there. There will be repercussions for this. The fans are unhappy, the players look like they don't really know where the answers lie. And for Liam Rosenior, they're going to be a tricky few days ahead, a tricky few weeks ahead until the end of the season. That's Chelsea's side, but for Brighton's side, well, it's been a quite wonderful performance, and their great run, Chris, goes on.
Yeah, Brighton, a team brimming with confidence, absolutely brilliant, bossed the game. 3 goals, and it was a stroll for them. It really, really was. European football on the horizon for them, but for Chelsea, the Chelsea fans will be thinking, these players, they chucked it. That's what they did. And you can blame the manager as much as you like, but those Chelsea players have a lot of thinking to do. And you wonder what's next for Chelsea and Liam Rosenior.
No wins, no goals in 5, no clean sheets in 12, and very little for Liam Rosenior to smile about. Final score at the Amex, Brighton 3, Chelsea 0.
It's a huge result for Brighton, who move up to 6th in the league, but for Chelsea, it's 5 straight league defeats with no goal scored for the first time since 1912. That is 114 years ago. Just how damaging, Gary, could that be for Chelsea in the host for European qualification and for Liam Rosenior as well?
I said before, it was a huge game. I said they needed to win. They just got totally outplayed. There's no positives that you can take from that game. I feel sorry somewhat with Liam. I feel the players let him down tonight. But you know, the stats that you just reel off, and time again we're hearing things that are not pleasant about Chelsea in terms of the clean sheets, in terms of not scoring goals, in terms of these records. It's tough times ahead. You know, these next few days coming into a massive semi-final at the weekend, which now is pivotal. You know, the FA Cup for this club. They look fragile. They look low on confidence. They look fragile. And in all honesty, it was a difficult watch, to be fair.
Enzo Fernandez, just watching the supporters, the Chelsea supporters, you can see just how disappointed, how frustrated the Chelsea players are. I can only imagine how the Chelsea fans must be feeling, Steve.
Well, then Chelsea fans won't accept that performance at all. When your back's against the wall, and Gary, me and you have been in dressing rooms like it when there's tough times, you only get out of that by putting the shift in, by putting hard work in, by doing the hard yards. You can talk analysis, you can talk tactics, you can talk data, you can talk all that till you're blue in the face. You need to go out there and you need to put the work ethic in, and that's the only way that's going to get this Chelsea team out of this. Yes, they've had injuries and they've had big players missing tonight, but you've got to take that on the chin. People that come into the fold, they have to step up, and not one of them Chelsea players done that this evening. Far too easy for Brighton this evening. They got off to a great start, yes, but they showed no lack of desire to get back into the team. Yeah, really disappointing from Chelsea.
You try and find excuses, Steve, don't you? The likes of João Pedro, the likes of Palmer, and of course your 2 top goal scorers. But there's no excuse to almost accept losing towards the end. I was watching the last 15-20 minutes. I said to you, it almost seems like they just accepted the fate. That's just the way the game played out. Second to every ball, just miles off it tonight.
We have to give credit to Brighton, though, because this is a performance they'll be very, very proud of.
Yep, you know, they knew that they was going to come up against a real vulnerable Chelsea team before a ball was kicked tonight. That's the game plan there. Let's get out, let's get intense. You know, really come out the traps. They've done that, got a goal within 3 minutes, and then from then on they just grew and grew and grew. Like we said there, Chelsea made it easier for them on the whole this evening, but full credit to Brighton, and they're now going into a real pivotal time of the season, full of confidence, scoring goals, keeping clean